In this video, I'm going to explain what's the best way to save our people. It's Boo Fam, peace and blessings. This is Derric, Rau Khu more. And I know it's been a minute since we've gone in here and we've talked. To be honest with you, I've had some videos done, okay? But those of you who follow, you know, those of you who've been following for a while, you know what I've said this before. Anytime I go in here and I do some videos, or we do some videos, and we try to go ahead and get those videos published, we try to go ahead and upload them, and we start having accidents and all that kind of stuff. That right there lets me know, oh, okay, hey, the ancestors, they not approving of it, okay? They don't want this video out for whatever reason. A lot of times when they go in here and that happens, and I do readings and all that kind of stuff of why they don't want it, it's because, it's like it's going to fall into that information. Some people are not ready for that information, or it's going to rub people the wrong way, and they're not ready for that. Or certain people that need to be present in order to actually watch that video, they ain't there, okay, or they're not there yet, or something, okay. So like I said, I'm going in here and, I'm not apologizing. I'm just basically saying this is what's happened, okay? And this is what kind of leads into why it's so difficult to go in here and save our people. And what's the secret? How do we save our people, okay? So those of you, like I said, if you've been following this, you've been following the Land of Cam for a while, you already know where this is going. But before I go here and I go there, for those of us who don't know, before I go there, just want to go in here and let you know that, like I said, there is no such thing, as I've mentioned before, there's no such thing as accidents. There's no such thing as coincidences. Everything has a reason. For every effect, there is a cause. And the interesting thing is, I got a message, and somebody went in here and they asked, they saw some stuff that was going on across the country. Jokers going in here and involved in another type of shootout type of thing. And they were asking, how come we can't, how do we save our people? How do we do this? How do we get them out of this situation and stuff? And right when I was going ahead and I was, getting ready to respond to that and everything, I got a package. I went ahead and I ordered a set statue. Okay. And I know I went ahead and I ordered this set statue because, first of all, I've been wanting to get a set statue. I've been toying with this whole idea of getting a set statue. But the reason why I really didn't initially is because of what other people have said, okay? And, we've talked about this as well. Anytime, I don't want to say the enemy, I don't even want to give them that kind of power, but anytime that, the other folks, they say something is good for us, historically it's been pretty bad for us. So anytime they go here and they tell us that something is evil, historically, metaphysically, it's been good for us. And for the longest, Set has been told, we've been told that Set is evil, Set is the epitome of evil, and all this kind of stuff. And to be honest with you, that's not the case. All right. I've mentioned on this channel, I've mentioned in previous videos before, Set is not the epitome of evil. God is not fighting, our creator is not fighting an evil force. Okay? That's just asinine. There is no lower form that the creator of the universe has created that is fighting against. Okay? That's infantile. It's very, very immature to even think that way. All right? there is no such thing as good and evil. All right? Those good and evil are basically, there is relative to an individual. Okay? What might be considered good to one person is considered evil to another. Slavery, according to, you look at how it benefited the country, benefited the United States. Slavery was good for some people because they profited. And it was bad for a whole lot of other people. Okay? So this whole concept of this whole idea of good and evil, we got to get rid of. Okay? And understand it's all about energy. Once you go in here and you understand it's all about energy, then you realize Set is nothing but the personification of your ego. All right? Set is the personification of our ego. And that's the reason why I went here and I purchased this statue, because I was like, I want to go in here and I want to deal with this. I want to embrace this fear that they have so I can go in here and understand this lower form of energy. Okay? Now, funny thing. So I go in here and I get the statue and everything, and I get this package, came in the mail and everything, and just brought it. And I'm sitting up here thinking, what can I do? Where do I set up the het for this set? This altar for this set. Okay, where do I set this up? Okay, now. Those of you who just heard what I was saying, you understand what I'm talking about in regards to metaphysical thinking and how our stuff works, how our magic works. All my spirits are in the dark. Okay? I got all my spirits, all my spirits are in a closet. Okay? That's my Kamta. Okay? They're in the closet. That's where all my altar spaces and all that kind of stuff is set up. All right? But my set is going to be set out in the open. Okay? Y'all think about that. Think about what I just said about that. You'll get where I'm going with that, and you'll see if you follow where I'm going with that, you're going to see a switch in your thinking. Okay? You're going to see it's going to happen. Okay? You're going to see a shift in your thinking. But yeah. So I'm going in here and I'm thinking, okay, where am I going to put my set? And that's where I'm like, yeah, I'm going to put my set out in the open. It's going to be in the light. Yeah. Okay. Now, and that's all I'm going to say about that part. But anyway, so I'm sitting up here, I'm thinking about, I'm like, where am I going to put my set? I'm going to put my set in the light. And the interesting thing, right when I went in here and I said that, I was talking to my wife about it and everything, and I was like, yeah, because she was asking, what's in the package, And I was talking to her about it, and as soon as I went here and I said that, funny thing happened. It was like we were talking, and all of a sudden, the sun shined brighter where we were standing. Okay? Like I said, I'm not going to try to explain all that. I'm trying to let you know there's no such thing as accidents. There's no such thing as coincidence. Okay? All right? Y'all, we talked this whole stuff about being gods and goddesses. I'm trying to get over here and get y'all to make that shift. All right? Now, right after I got finished, and my wife and we was like, oh, okay, all right. As soon as that went in here and that took place, I went in here and we went on to another subject and everything. We recognized it. I thanked Set and kept going. Went in here and I took the package and everything, and I was thinking again, and I'm like, okay, where am I going to put this? Where am I going to put this, this set? I'm trying to figure out, okay, how are we going to do this, And I'm doing my little mind drift, which is, basically I'm not really, I'm contemplating on it, but I'm not intellectually thinking about it. I'm just going ahead and just letting, seeing what thoughts come to mind. And as soon as I went ahead and I did that, as soon as I'm thinking about that and everything, it was like 3 things happened back to back. I went ahead and I hit something fell. Next thing I know, I went ahead and it was like something fell on my foot, and I'm like, I mean, it fell on my toe. I mean, it was like, and it was heavy. And I was like, God dang, you know. And it was something else that happened. I think it was like something else fell off one of the cabinets. And I was like, God dang, you know. So as soon as I went in here and that took place, I caught, you know how when something fall on your toe, you like, you know, like I said, you about ready to, you know, and you're about to have that knee-jerk reaction. I caught myself, you know, because I was like, you know, I caught myself for two reasons. First of all, my daughter was there, and I don't want her repeating everything I'm saying. I was like, no, can't do that, because she parroting right now. But I went in and I caught myself, and then that's when it dawned on me. It came instantly. And I realized that was set. Okay? Now, if you're involved in that whole spookyism and all that kind of stuff, and you're believing, oh, the set is evil, then you'll go in here and you'll say, oh, well, set is evil. And the reason why those things happen is because that goes to prove that it's evil, that set is evil, and that's that energy and all that. You know, that's the devil. If you like that, okay? If you ain't ready for that, that's where you're gonna go with that. You're going to think, oh, it's because I had this set statue that it was evil. And and as soon as I go in here and I brought it into the house, it's evil stuff that took place. Okay? But if you're in that higher way of thinking, those higher ways of thinking, if you're in that higher vibrational thinking, you're in that shamanic, that occult thinking, okay, then you know that it was my thoughts that went in here and caused that to occur. Okay? You would know that I was the manifestation. You know, I caused that manifestation. Okay? The fact that those things fail and all that kind of stuff, the fact that the sun even shined when I started thinking about this and started thinking about bringing it to the light. Okay? The fact that that even occurred lets you know I'm the author of this cause. Everything I experienced was the effect. All right? Now, the reason why I say all that is because what was being shown to me when I went ahead and I was thinking about that was the fact that the reason why it's so difficult to go ahead and try to save our people is because for a lot of our people, we got to get them on that understanding. Okay? A lot of our people are still, they're at that level of their consciousness that they can't see beyond that. They can't see even beyond their nose. Okay? And the reason why those accidents are quote unquote, I'm saying this only because of the terminology for us to understand this. The reason why the things fail, the light, the sun and all that kind of stuff took place, the reason why that took place is because, like I said, there's a cause and effect. Here's our ma'at that's coming in. But there's a cause and effect. But if you recall, okay, set is the lowest of that energy. Set is the lowest of the raw energy. So whenever you're on that low level of thinking, that low level of consciousness, you're only seeing the physical manifestations of things. You're only seeing the effects. Okay? You don't see the other 9. All right? You don't see the other 9 spiritual dimensions, the other 9 levels, the other 9 layers, the other 9 neteru. You don't see any of that. Okay? You don't see it. Hence the reason why my spirits are in the closet. Okay? But you don't see any of that. And most people, like I said, if you're on that level of thinking, that level of consciousness, that's where you are. Okay? You don't see that. You only see the effect. So when stuff happens, oh, something suddenly happened. Okay. Oh, when there was this, somebody ran into the store and they started having a shootout. Oh, well, it all of a sudden happened. Okay. Whenever you went in here and you became sick, I suddenly became ill. I suddenly became sick. Okay. It's always things they suddenly or they accidentally or it's a coincidence that it happened. And the only reason why you're seeing it on that level is because of you being on that low level of thinking, that low level of consciousness, that Setian level of consciousness. And this is the reason why it's difficult to go in here and save your people. Hopefully that makes sense. So the reason why it's so difficult and the reason why you can't save your people is mainly because they're on a lower level of consciousness and they cannot understand that they are the creators of their own reality. That is a very, very hard pill for us to swallow. It's a very hard pill because we've been told since this whole civil rights movement, we gotta save our people. We doing this for the people. It's all about the people. We've been told this for a long time. But the fact of the matter is that you can't save them. Okay? The same way you went here and you got where you are at, by you going here and training your thoughts, by you going here and watching your thoughts, watching your thinking, by you going here and manifesting your own reality. The same way you went here and you got to where you are, and even though it's not everything is not to your liking, but you're still working on it. You're still going ahead and still repeating the affirmations. You're still going ahead and watching your thoughts. Because of you going ahead and doing that, that's why you are at where you are at right now. Same thing has to be done for our folks. Our folks got to go in here and they got to do the same thing. Okay? You don't want to go ahead and you don't want to have certain things occurring in your life. You got to go ahead and you got to manifest that. You got to change your way of thinking. Get out of that Setian way of thinking. Okay? Because remember, Set is the personification of your ego. There's your hint. Okay? Set is your personification of your ego. So once you go in here and you get out of that, once you go in here and stop thinking, oh, okay, well, it's I got to do this. I got to be in this way of doing things, or I got to go in here and I have to, I got to live this way. I got to represent. I got to. Once you get out your freaking ego, then you go in here and you change your reality. And that's the reason why we can't save our people. Okay? Our people got to go in here and they got to realize they got to save themselves. So what's the secret? What's the best way to go in here and save our people? It's not to be caught up with them. That's it. The best way to save our people is not to be caught up with them and for you to save yourself. Because the more and more of us that go in here and save ourselves, the more and more of us that go in here and start doing things from a different perspective, from a godly and godness, from a God and godness or goddess perspective. Saying godness, what am I talking about? But from a God and goddess perspective, once we go in here and we start doing things like that, that's when we go in here and we change our reality, and that's when we save our people. Okay? Now, as I said, it ain't no coincidence. Ain't no coincidence that I'm sitting up here talking about Set and the sun goes here and it shines brighter. My wife and I got a witness that it happened. Okay? So like I said, that whole thing of, we gods and goddesses, here it go. Here it go. This is what we're talking about. This is how we go in here and we deal with this. This is how we make it happen. Okay? So, hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. That's all I can say about that. Okay? Like I said, book will be coming out. The new book will be coming out. Kemetic Way will be coming out, I believe, the 21st. We still got people, if you're still interested in trying to review it or so, drop your bruh a line, and we'll go in here. Like I said, we'll send you a free PDF copy so we can go in here and you can review that as soon as it goes in here. Review it until the drop date, the release date. Okay. Also, we're still working on the course. Okay, the course is in the process of being produced and all that kind of stuff. There were some things that took place, some things we need to go here and add and all that kind of stuff. So that's the reason why it's been delayed. But like I said, it is still in process. It's still in progress. We're actually going in here and we're working on it and everything. Okay, but we will let you know when it's ready. Okay. But like I said, until the next time, okay, got any questions, comments, or suggestions, feel free to drop us a line. Thanks again for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Till next time, heads boo. Peace.
Don't pretend it, baby.